students, I welcome you all to today's session from Sri Basva Public School, Ilkal. And today we are going to study about the chapter 2, Living in and of Forest, from the unit 2, Flora and Fauna. So before we begin this chapter, let's see the meaning of flora and fauna. Flora, study of all plants' life present in a particular region or time. In flora, we are going to study about only plant life present in a particular region or a time or an environment. But fauna, study of all animal life present in a particular region or time. Here, we are going to study about only animal life. So, this is the meaning of flora and fauna. With this, let's begin the chapter 2, Living in and of Forest. For this, children, all of you close your eyes. Shut your eyes for a minute, for a few minutes, and create a mental picture of a forest. Create an imaginary picture in your mind about the forest. Which is the first thing that comes in your mind? Yes, of course, the tall trees, the huge trees. Then, wild animals roaming freely, moving from one place to another place. Chirping birds, the sounds of birds. Monkeys and langurs jumping across the trees. Dry leaves fallen on the forest floor and making the crickling sound as you walk on it. So these are all things that comes in your mind if I ask you about the forest. Am I right, children? Yes. So we can say that a forest is both beautiful. It is beautiful too and a little scary. It's little scary. Why? Because we don't know which animal will be hanging or lurking behind which tree. It's little dangerous for all of us. We don't know as which animal is lurking behind which trees, which animal will attack on which animal, right? So it is little scary and beautiful too. And we can define the definition of forest as a forest is a large area covered with trees, covered with large number of trees, as it provides food and shelter for both small and big animals too. It provides food and shelter. It provides food and home to many of the animals, such as it may be elephants, rhinoceros, tigers, deer, then wild dogs, foxes and hyenas. To the smallest animals are insects like butterflies, bugs and bees. Did you know, children, forests are also known as lungs of the earth. Why we are calling the forest as the lungs of the earth? The simple reason is that they provide the oxygen for the world. Hence, we are calling the forest as the lungs of the earth. If there are no forests, then there will be no oxygen gas. So that it is called as the lungs of the earth. Now, let's see the appearance of the forest. Even if the man doesn't interfere with the natural forest, no man will go into the forest to plant any trees. These trees are growing naturally and going on changes in the forest all the time. All the changes are going on with the time in the forest. Nobody should go into the forest to plant any kind of trees. These trees are grown naturally. These trees are constantly growing, and when they become old, they die. All living things should die at one day. Hence, these plants also are living thing. They will grow at a particular age or time. After that time, they will die. The gap of these dead trees will be soon filled by the new trees. Okay, this gap will be filled by the new trees that will grow surrounding. Then which will expand and grow taller and need more space in the forest. As soon as this tree reaches a particular age and size, then they start to produce seeds. For the reproduction of the plants, they will produce seeds. Later on, these seeds get scattered in various ways. Means these seeds will be disposed through the various ways, such as through the air, through the animals, through the insects. Okay, through these ways, these seeds will scattered, and some of these grow into new trees. When they scattered, when they dispose into the ground, in some of the seeds will grow and provide new trees. Most of them don't survive. We can't say all trees will survive. Some of them will die and most of them will grow. And when they will grow taller, they will fill the gap that left out by the dead plants, dead trees. In this way, this cycle goes on in the forest. Okay. So this is all about the appearance of the forest. How these dead plants will be recovered by the new plants. Okay. Now let's see the next topic, and that is forest dwellers. Most of the forests are inhabited by the group of people to whom we call Adivasis or tribals. Okay, the group of people that they live in a forest or near forest, those people are known as Adivasis or tribal peoples. Clear, children? Tribals means a group of community that they live in a particular place or a region. The tribals are known by different names in different states, such as Goonds, Bhils, Varlis, and even Santals. These are all the names of different kinds of tribals that will found in our India. Do you know, children, to which state they belongs to? If not, find out, and this is your homework. Find out these tribals belongs to which states of India. As these tribal people live in the forest, they are very close to nature and they do not harm to the forest and even the wildlife present in that forest. They will not cut much trees and do not harm to any wildlife. Did you know, children, about 8% of the total population of India comprises tribal people. Means in total population, 8% of the total population has tribal people. Okay. These tribal people have their own language, but they do not have any script. They don't have in a writing form, but they have the spoken form. They have their own language, but do not have any kind of script. They do have their own customs, rituals and rules which they follow. Like us, they too have certain customs, rules, rituals, culture that they will follow. These tribal people, they will collect the dry wood and they will use it as their fuel. So we use gas and all as a fuel, but they will use dry wood as a fuel to prepare and cook their food. Next, they collect the forest products too, like fruits, including wild ones too. Certain seeds, even herbal medicines, some medicinal herbs. They are very talented. They are extremely knowledgeable about herbal medicine. They have lot of knowledge about good knowledge about the herbal medicines. They gather honey from bee hives, but they don't take whole. They don't take it whole. They will take only a part of it and leave the remaining on the tree itself. They will leave the rest of the hive on the tree itself, and the bees then come back again and rebuild the hive. Again they will come and they will collect the honey. The tribal people are extremely artistic people. They are very multi-talented. So that several organizations have come forward to give them boost, to encourage them, and their creations were exhibited. Their creations were kept for the exhibitions and sold in India and even abroad too, in out of country too. These articles, these things made by these tribal people were sold with a high price. The tribals from northeastern state of India make beautiful articles by using bamboo and cane. They will make beautiful articles with the help of bamboo and cane. And there is a tribal group in Arunachal Pradesh called Apatani. Apatani is a name of a tribal group that will found in Arunachal Pradesh. In an Apatani village, you will find some well-maintained bamboo and pine groves. You will get well-maintained bamboo and pine groves. Apatanis heavily depend on bamboos and pine for their livelihood and for building their houses. They heavily depend upon the bamboo and pine groves for construction of their houses. With this, their houses are large and strongly built. Even resin from the pine trees is used as a medicine. They use resin as a medicine. Pine needles are used in making enclosure for the pigs. They use the pine needles to make the enclosure, the cage for the pigs. But deforestation and the industrialization lead to cause what many disasters in this world, such as what? The soil erosion. The first thing is the soil erosion, and the many rivers were flooding. Many rivers are flooding to the villages and the towns too. So many disasters are occurring due to the deforestation, global warming and many changes in the climate. So because of all these reasons, the wildlife is disappearing. They are vanishing. They are dying. Animals like elephants and leopards are attacking to the villagers. They are attacking on villagers and destroying the crops. They will come out of the forest in search of their food and water, food and shelter, so that they are attacking to the man or villagers and destroying the crops that are produced by the human beings. So that due to all these reasons, these tribal people were migrating, means moving towards the cities and towns in search of their jobs. Hence, we may conclude that we come to know that the forests are very essential for each and everyone present in this world. Is it, children? It's very important for all of the living things present in this world, so that it's our responsibility to preserve the forest for the future generation. So this is your homework, and this complete your chapter living in and of forest. Take down the homework. Find out to which state the following given tribes will belongs. Those are Goonds, Bhils, Warlis and Santhals. Find out about them and write it in your EVS homework book.